Now, look, we had some pretty big earnings, Google, Microsoft, AMD. I don't know if you ever heard of them, and they're kind of pulling the market down. But I'm going to tell you right now, tomorrow, something big is coming, right? Pause. And I'm telling you right now, I think there's going to be, don't shoot the messenger, one of the better opportunities over the next few weeks within 24 hours. So I'm explaining exactly why here on the stock market. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to work. Okay, number one here in the, what's happening here in the after hours, you go to futures, you're obviously pulling back. Now, if we look at ES all day long, you were breaking out of that pennant that we had mentioned from yesterday. You were sitting above previous highs, and now you're retesting those previous highs right there. Here at the end of the day, you're going to go a little bit further to Nasdaq. This is where all the weakness was here on the day. Nasdaq clearly operating with weakness, breaking back below 17.6. All you need to know going into the overnight session, all you need to be watching ahead of tomorrow. Okay, this little section right here that's been holding tried and true, your demand level down here around basically 17.4. It's got to hold now. This needs to hold. You've seen buyers step in immediately off this level. It needs to hold up. It has to hold up. Okay, now a little bit further. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Dow performing beautifully, breaking straight up. You mounted previous highs, moving straight up. What's happening with IWM? Just consolidating near highs. The after hours, it's actually up. This is a big sign here. The dollar, not doing too much. We mentioned I'm not too concerned with the dollar yields just yet. Going to FOMC, you're still in the downtrend. But yesterday, again, we talked about treasuries. And I'm not, again, I don't want to, count the chickens before the eggs hatch. But you're moving straight down here on yields. This has to have you excited. Okay, now let me just be really clear here. Obviously, none of the earnings missed. Microsoft, Google, AMD, none of them missed. They all beat. Okay, it's just now all about you're at all-time highs, so expectations are higher than ever. Okay, what I will say with this right now, tomorrow is end-all be-all. It's the most important. Everything else, I'm not gonna say is irrelevant, but tomorrow, FOMC. Okay, I will be live here on the channel for FOMC, so you can drop in. It's like around 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Central. Okay, but again, I'm gonna tell you, yields could be telling the story here. And again, we've been saying it for almost a month and a half now. If the 30-year yield gets below 4%, which I believe momentum could push the yields below that key level here in the next few days, if this goes correctly, according to what's happened with inflation numbers and what the Fed's been saying, I am telling you, it is going to be one of the best areas for the to get entries for the market. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I've said be cautious with earnings, be cautious with FOMC, but now you're getting opportunity. If we really start to dip here, this is opportunity because you're not dropping on anything except having overzealous maybe thoughts on earnings and thinking that okay, Microsoft needs to beat by 25%, right? Because Nvidia set that bar. Okay. So we might just want to let the dust settle before you get too pumped or you start missing out on things. Now, today's video cannot be that long. I have to run and do something. But again, really quick, SPY. Again, key levels you're watching. Again, when you look at this, it gets you excited. It gets me excited, okay? You had the ascending triangle yesterday. You broke out, obviously, today. Now you're coming back into this level. You kind of just based here at highs, okay? You want to see if we can hold this basically at 489. You hold that, you're really good. You break below that, it's going to be choppy, but your next level is like 485. Qs. You're really doing nothing here. You're just kind of falling back down. You've had this little area here. This is what you need to hold. Again, it kind of lines up with that demand zone that's also developed on Nasdaq. Okay, so you want to hold there around the 421 level. Okay, but again, Nasdaq is what you don't watch more for Qs. I wouldn't watch primarily Q. I'd watch more Nasdaq because this level is more important. What's happening there? Okay, so understand that. Now, again, across the board, I'm telling you right now, could things get bad? If FOMC goes bad, it's going to be gross. It's going to fall quick. It's going to be nasty. But if FOMC goes well and Powell says what I think he's going to say, and again, I'll be live again for all that. Again, all these big dips, Meta down to 390. Nvidia pulling back to 620, maybe even 600. Tesla, I'm not interested in buying Tesla. You're just, not interested in that at all. Microsoft, again, if it stays above 400, I think you're fine. Okay. Laundry list of these names. Amazon. I think Amazon, they're moving based on Google's cloud numbers. But again, like Amazon performs so much better than Google. So this is stupid that they're even moving on this. But either way, all I'd be watching. And for everyone here that's saying like, Tyler, you're too bullish. Tyler, you're this. Tyler, you're that. Again, I am net neutral here. I am not heavy into the market. I'm being very patient here, right? The only thing I have is like one small, tiny little Netflix position, but I'm waiting. I'm sticking to my plan and waiting for the opportunity after FOMC if things go as planned. Because I am telling you, if things go as planned, you are going to explode across the market. I'm telling you right now. Okay. And the yields are the number one thing that are telling the story here. Because I am telling you, you will drop below 4% if this thing goes as planned. You are already dropping almost 0.2%. That is ridiculous. And you're basically halfway there to 4%. Craziness. I'm telling you right now, if you need enough data, go back to 2023, this past year. Again, when did the market start to explode? When you got below 4% on the 30-year yield. Housing market will also explode. It's already taking off. So again, these are all things you need to be taking, into account. Bitcoin also is moving up as well. You're almost getting every indicator right now of risk on. Okay, these are all the metrics that you need to be looking at for risk on. Again, I cannot be making these up. Even though earnings are pulling us back, it's actually like best case scenario because you potentially could start buying some of these names now, especially, and you're going to get the dip on opportunity on these. That's the kicker. So again, be patient. Listen closely to what Powell says. Also, our Twitter, everything like that, will all be on there for you, right? I'm not even doing any sponsored. I have to get out of this video. So just understand that. Okay, again, this video, I had to rush it. I had to do it quick. Sorry, I have to get out of here. But again, I'm telling you, just be patient. Be patient. Worst case scenario, if you're patient, you miss out on like a drop, potentially, right? Worst case scenario. But I am telling you, the potential for upside over the next few weeks, if FOMC goes as planned, which I believe, based on everything the Fed has said, based on the pressure of everyone saying we need to cut rates, we need to cut rates, we need to cut rates, and then also PCE finally getting down below 3% at 2.9%. I am telling you, it looks promising. It looks very promising. Also, the job numbers we had today, they beat again. A robust job market. Everything the Fed has said continues to kind of play out. Even though you may not agree and I may not agree that this is the right path to handle inflation, I'm just telling you, this is exactly what you wanted. My personal opinion. So what am I going to tell you right now? Again, I'm going to say really quick, be patient, right? Let FOMC play out. Listen to Powell. I'll have stuff posted on Twitter. We'll have stuff in Discord. We'll have stuff here on YouTube. Again, I'm going to make sure you guys are taken care of. I'm going to make sure I'm posting ideas, things like that. Right now, though, the number one thing I can say over the next basically 20 hours, be patient and just sit on your hands. Just sit on your hands. Let this play out. Nasdaq is back at a major support around 17.4. If 17.4 holds, FOMC goes well, there's almost zero doubt in my mind that you break highs on ES and Nasdaq within a few hours. Again, it's a bold thing to say. That's my opinion. Now, again, you're like, well, Tyler, you're covering yourself if things go bad. Well, yes, I can't tell you if the Fed's going to say exactly what I want them to say. I can only give you my guess based on what they've given us, to go off of. Again, I've had some decent predictions over the past year on some earnings, some Fed statements, Fed meetings. This is my prediction for this year, personally. Stay vigilant, be patient. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live. Have a good one, traders.